Well, today we got one junk job, unknown size, in Shelley, and then one of our long-term dumpster rental clients needs a dump and redrop, but really we don't dump and redrop, we swap it. So I just hooked up to the trailer. I want to back up, pick this empty one up, and then drive over there, drop it off, pick up her old one. Gotta unplug and pick that motherfucker up. All right, got her lined up. Here she is. And here we go. Give her a rip. Once I get her a little more than halfway up, probably gonna lower it. I'm actually gonna lift it. Keep it on those wheels. Now we got most of the weight on. Now I'm gonna lower it. Get its ass off the ground. But if you don't want to drop it all the way, because then my dumpster will pick these things up and it'll prevent it from being able to get pulled on. And we usually stop about right there. Gonna pop up. Now it's locked into place. Got the dumpster loaded up. And on the way to get her dropped off. Meanwhile, this is my sweat equity partner in Texas doing a bid on probably a 3-load job, about a So I just got here. Shit. Sorry. About to drop this one. And then these motherfuckers way overfilled my bin. Way overfilled, which honestly is on them. Because that's going to be super heavy. That's going to cost an arm and a leg. Plus they overfilled it. Well, that's it. I finished that dumpster a couple hours ago now, actually. Ended up being just shy of 500. I think it was like 495 and some change. So we've been dumping that one about, I don't know, twice a month, which is actually really nice when winter hits and dumpster rental slows down. We've got, I think we have 4 of these long-term rentals out right now. It's either 3 or 4. If you guys are thinking about getting into the dumpster rental business, my honest piece of advice for you is probably don't do it. Now, it worked for us. And the reason why it worked for us is we had a large-ish successful junk removal business. And so this was an add-on to that, okay? Dumpster rentals by itself is not a super profitable business. And even if it is, it requires you own a lot of bins. I mean, at this point, we only own 4. If you're thinking about just solely starting a dumpster rental business, unless you have, a good 50 grand on deck or more, like a 300,000 population, first place ranking, you're not going to be making a bunch of money. I would advise start a junk removal business, and it can make like $23K a month per truck. The reason why you can make more with a service like junk removal, for example, is because on dumpster rental, you have to drop off the bin, and they're either keeping it a couple months or a week or 10 days. And sometimes you'll get those little residential jobs, they keep it for a day, but that's kind of rare, right? Junk removal, they're just like, even if it's a multi-load, it's just like a half-day thing. So you could do the multi-load, then pop over to the quarter load, then pop over to a full load. You could do a lot of jobs with one truck on junk removal. So for that reason, with one truck purchase, you can make, you know, $20,000, $25,000, even $30,000 a month on one truck or more. But dumpster rental, on one dumpster, you can only make so much. So you need to buy it. You can get a lot of volume. In fact, the search volume for dumpster rental is way higher than junk removal. But you need a lot of bins to kind of service that volume. And what I do in busy season is all ours will get rented out, and I'll start subcontracting them and just take 150 off the top, 150 off the top. But then again, junk removal is still better because you have a higher margin. You don't have to subcontract. And then you can use your dumpster. You can have one trailer, a truck, and a dumpster on that trailer to handle your junk jobs. And you can also do dumpster rentals as an additional service. Or another good one is plumbing, such as, you know, plumbing subcontractor business. That's another, you know, with dumpster rental, it's such a low, like, barrier to entry that you have a bunch of guys trying to do it. Plumbing requires a lot of licensing, you know, schooling. So it's not as competitive, and there's really high search volume because it's a necessity service similar to dumpster rental and junk removal. You know, you could start a subcontractor plumbing service where you just get really high organic rankings. Client comes in, you land it, you subcontract it out to a plumber. No need for a plumbing license. You're just basically a lead generation company, but not really. You're doing revenue shares. So, you know, no workers' comp, no payroll taxes. It's just subcontractor model. So I'd suggest junk removal and dumpster rental as an addition, unless you got 50 to 100K on deck. Now, what we did, or something like plumbing, some other necessity service, trash valet, but don't do it solo unless you're prepared. Now, if you're doing it as an additional service, you can get clever with it, guys. Like, use your negotiation. Like what we did is we didn't want to pull a loan on dumpsters. If we had to pull a loan, we weren't going to do it. Okay? So we found this pretty wealthy company that they were getting rid of their dumpsters. And the guy wasn't much for negotiating. He turned us down flat. What's funny, though, is very rich corporation, they did something like just meat processing, right? Just very wealthy guy was the CEO. And we told his kind of underling, we said, hey man, can we please talk to the owner about, you know, doing a short-term payment plan and giving him a big title to hold. We have 10,000 down. We'd just like to see if he might be willing to help us a tiny bit and let us spread out the back half just for a month or two. And he's like, no, absolutely not. Call us when you're serious, basically. Somehow, by the grace of God, he was pulling out, and he stopped and waved us down, and he's like, hey, you know what, come here, I'll let you pitch the owner, right? And so we're like, oh shit. And so we sat down, and this guy, just uber wealthy guy, right? We thought he was gonna totally shut us down, but he just kind of sat there for a minute, and he's like, yeah, I think I'd be, and we were genuine. We're like, look, man, we're just a couple guys. We're trying really hard to get into dumpsters. We have the money. We're good for it. We have a $20,000 title you can hold. Will you please give us just a shot here to have the opportunity to get into the business? We'll give you 10 grand down today, 7,500 in 30 days, 7,500 in another 30 days. If we're late, you can charge us more, but we're not going to be late. And if we don't pay you, you can keep that title. Well, he let us, and we pulled the dumpsters away on the spot. And I think our junk removal / dumpster rental business ended up paying for like 30% of that entire purchase because we were using the dumpsters at the same time, which was amazing. So if you do it, try to avoid loans if at all possible. But anyway, he allowed us to do that. which it choked us out financially for a short period of time. But now guess what? We own 4 bins free and clear, no loans. And it's all just sheer profit. And that's why another reason I don't suggest you just dive into dumpsters. You'd have to have a big loan payment. Where's your profit? Especially with this low barrier to entry and you got a bunch of guys jumping in, doing it real cheap. You're just gonna barely be covering your loan payment. So do it selectively. There's other things that are way more profitable, and there's ways to do it where you don't have to be the one loading. So that's kind of the point of some of these videos I want to start teaching you guys, is how to leverage subcontractors legally, system structures, pay percentages, structures to incentivize reviews, and structures to grow your business, and how to get organic ranking, and so on and so forth. Anyway, you guys, thanks for watching my boring dumpster rental vlogs. Before I started, I definitely enjoyed watching a lot of these videos, and soon we'll be teaching you guys certain strategies that'll help you like acquire more jobs, get faster organic ranking, so on and so forth. Anyway, for now, thanks for watching. Peace.